Hello everyone, welcome to Cyberscoop TV. Greg Otto, your managing editor here. We're coming to you live from the floor of the RSA conference. I'm talking with Elad Yoran, the executive chairman of Koolspan Technologies. Elad, thanks for joining us today.
Great to be here.
So we were talking earlier, about how mobile is sort of the digital front lines of cybersecurity and cyber warfare right now. Kind of talk to me about how you see that evolving and the work that you're doing in that space.
Sure. So without a doubt, despite all the activity you see at the conference, the front lines of cyber conflict today in 2017 is on the mobile device, and even more specifically, it's all about mobile communications.
Okay.
Think phone calls and text messages and other forms of mobile communication. That's the vector that's being attacked.
Okay. So if I am a government or if I have a big enterprise, how can I be proactive in this space to make sure that when I have my employees or anybody that's on my network using their mobile devices, I know that they are secure to a point where I am comfortable?
So first of all, they are. We're talking about everyday human behavior,
right?
Making a phone call. It doesn't get more basic than that.
Right.
Sending a text or chatting on the phone. And when people travel around the world, whether it's government or business people, they have a bullseye on their back, and they should assume everything they say is being intercepted. Every chat, every text they send is being intercepted. As a matter of fact, even people as prominent as Ed Amoroso, the longtime chief security officer of AT&T, said the other day or the other week that don't be surprised when the next WikiLeaks event isn't just about emails. It's about it'll have phone calls and text messages as a part of the event. So, to answer your question specifically, I think there's a multiple step process. So, part number one, you got to lock down your device. So there's a lot of different ways to do that. And then the second part is you have to absolutely encrypt your communications, phone calls, so voice, text, chat. End to end, from one device to the other device, cross operating systems, cross networks, whether carrier, Wi-Fi, high bandwidth, low bandwidth, cross device manufacturers, etc. And it's got to be done in a way that's managed by the enterprise, so whether it's a government organization or an enterprise, with systems that they control.
Right.
Because they need to protect not just their data, but their metadata. Right. That's a big deal nowadays.
Absolutely.
And it's got to be from, and I think even more important than all that, it's got to have a high quality user experience. Every human being on the planet, or most every human being, knows what a phone call should sound like. And typically what happens when you go from a regular phone call to a secure phone call, users have always experienced performance degradation, voice quality degradation, latency. Trust call is unique in the situation where people go from making a regular phone call to making a trust call. The quality increases dramatically. It's like going from an old analog TV to a digital high definition TV. So we offer high definition audio. So to answer, we have a lot of people that started using trust call from around the world because it's secure, but then they stay with trust call because it just sounds a hell of a lot better than a regular phone call. That's really the difference.
So how do enterprises or public sector agencies, you were talking about them having managed services with their security, but what do you do when you have a BYOD plan and you have your employees that are like, I like the convenience of my phone, I don't need a work issued phone? How do you have them still have that convenience to be able to get their job done, but be able to connect to the network and be able to keep that level of security that you want to have?
Sure. So our mantra is security is only as good as it's easy to use. So if I have to ask you to enter this code, go over here, do that thing, we've already lost the war, right? And people will find ways to go around that. It has to be built in. It has to be as easy as making a regular phone call, as convenient.
Right.
And that's what trust call, that's the foundational principle of trust call. I want to go back to a point you made just a second ago about managed services.
Okay.
For some organizations, doing it as a managed service, in the cloud, so to speak, as a subscription is the way to go. For many other organizations, and we have a lot of these also, particularly in government.
Okay.
So whether defense, law enforcement, intelligence, foreign affairs, we have Department of Interior at a foreign country, heads of state. In those situations, they don't want it as a managed service. They want the entire software stack to be delivered to them, installed on premise or in their private cloud, and they can control the whole thing. So it really needs to work both ways.
Great. Well, Elad, appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate your insight. Thanks for joining us today.
I was glad to do it. I know you guys are working hard.
All right, appreciate it. For all of our videos, check out our YouTube channel. And for more information on the RSA conference and all things cybersecurity, check out cyberscoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.